Hey everyone, today we are in the custom pack. It is a wild custom pack. This is the pack I like to call the Metabrusk WILD. So I've been doing themes in the wild packs. I guess first of all, let's take a step back. Typically I play normal custom packs. That means you can't have more than, oh gosh, I should know this, more than 2 or 3 of one type of pet per tier. So the types of pets are like roll pets, hurt pets, faint pets. So in this case, if you disregard that and you pick more than 2 or 3, whatever that threshold is, you enter that wild realm. So I usually avoid the wild realm at all costs, but regular custom packs has been in a weird state. Very, very weird state. So I figured, yeah, let's just mess around with different things. Been playing ranked, been doing random customs, which is a whole world of its own. And then been delving into the wild packs. So this Metabrusk pack. The way I built it is basically I picked every pet that I play a bunch, every pet that I love, every pet that I think can help you get easy wins / fun wins. So a good example is Badger. That's kind of one of the pets I use the most at the lower tiers for like wins and fun wins. You go Big Melon Badger in the front, Honey Badger in the back. Speaking of Badger, there it is. Double Hatching Chick is very hard to pass up, so I'm surprised I just stack it. But I guess I want to save the Marmoset cell here for next turn. And yeah, we'll talk about other things that we see in the pack as we see them. I'm going to have multiple videos in this pack because I do some pretty fun things. The theme of this pack is the Werewolf and Sunfish. So I think it's really fun, the day and night cycle, the odd and even turn triggers for certain pets. And the two strongest, of course, are the Werewolf and Sunfish. So the Werewolf on even turns will gain 100, 200, 300% of its stats. I think level 3 is absolutely overkill. In almost all cases, you don't need it. Just the base stats alone at level 2 is pretty strong. You throw 1 or 2 pairs on it at level 2 and you're pretty much set. And the Sunfish. The Sunfish on odd turns will deal damage to every pet in front of it. So if it's at the front of your team, it'll hit the whole enemy team. If it's at the back of your team, it'll hit your whole team and the whole enemy team. So it's pretty cool. It does a lot of damage. It's kind of like a buffed hedgehog, if you will, but you can kind of control whether you want to hit your team or not. I figured the Badger is a fitting theme with these as well. And of course, the Metabrusk pack wouldn't be set if there wasn't Praying Mantis. So of course that's it's kind of the overarching theme in the pack, and anytime I see a mantis, I'm sure I typically take it. Except for this time. Little, a little bait there. I'm sure you were kind of putting your hand in your face palming a little bit, being like, oh gosh, this guy's got another mantis. Yeah, there's plenty of mantis runs. I try to reserve them for the bonus clips, unless it's an insane thing. Typical insane mantis runs involve transformations. Little bananity action. You love to see it. Shout out the manatee, the Amargasaurus. It's kind of crazy buying a unicorn, but want to get this Badger scaled by any means necessary. And unicorn's pretty much my primary scaling method for turn 7 and 8. You just buy a unicorn and yeah, over a couple turns, buy a couple wall chickens, then sell the unicorn, move on to something else. It's really nice, and you see kind of the toxic scaling cascade I have going right now. I literally have 3 scalers, all dedicated to one Badger. It is just ultimate scaling scumbaggery, and it's only fitting that we run into a parrot turkey team. A little garlic dog. Another banana frozen. I don't know what the plan with that is. Oh, I see a turtle. Now we know what the plan is. So, yep, a couple wall chickens and then goodbye. Hello, turtle. Welcome to the team. If we find a pill now, that would be great. We don't. Find one now. Sell the lobster. We don't. Hatching Chick, level 2, turn 8. It's kind of that fine line. Do you push it to level 3 as quick as possible? And it looks like we are committing to the monkey. It's a very interesting choice when runs get to this point. Typically, I try to avoid committing to monkey. But this run actually looks like it's set up for what my other runs and one of my themes on my other video is going to be. So this is actually a really good preview because obviously this whole team's going to pivot, right? It's a werewolf, sunfish shenanigans. And there it is, level 3 hatching chick, just like that. Turn 8, questioning whether you commit to it. Just go for it. And then the gods will probably reward you. So the pill's there. We sell, we take the level up, back to scaling our badger. Are we going to take, what am I doing here? Oh, the badger's in the front, so it's going to faint our weakest unit. And yeah, we freeze the lioness. So let's get back to the badger shenanigans. So typically I was getting aggressive scaling like this going on a badger. And then my goal was around turn 9, I start looking for amalgamations. And that's basically the combination, is multiple badgers, multiple amalgamations. I'll let you use your imagination. For the rest, a pteranodon might or might not be involved. If you've seen recent weeklies videos involving the amalgamation and or the pteranodon, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about now. And I don't think I quite got it cooking as well as I wanted. I ran a lot of runs with it. We'll see. There's still time. I'm still keeping it alive. I'm recording this one first because I want to keep working on this pack. See what I can cook up. Unfortunately, the amalgamation just got nerfed. It's only a slight nerf. It's only on 1 attack, so it gives 3 attack and 4 mana instead of 4 attack and 4 mana now. I think that's fine. I think that's a proper nerf. It's still very viable. I think the mana is the thing that really separates it. So just like that, we have level 2 lioness. I think you know what happens at this point. But I'm here to tell you, we're not going to go a crazy cascade with this. We're just going to shop scale to a certain point that's kind of necessary for this build. And if you consider the werewolf, I think it starts at an 8-8 base stats. So if you get it to like around a 20-20 base stats, then you bring it in and it's getting close to 50-50 on the even turns just at a level 1. So I think that's the power of the werewolf, is that if you get a little bit of shop scaling going, you can pivot your whole team, or not even, you don't even need shop scaling, just a little bit of scaling going on level 1 werewolves, and you just absolutely dominate. The only problem is it's only on the the odd round or the even rounds, right? So how do you balance that out? Well, you need a really strong team so you can like aggressively scale something else, like this badger I kind of had cooking. But the other thing you can do is you can kind of get the what am I going? The opposites attract, thinking the hot and cold. I don't know. I just keep thinking like opposites. I don't know. I'm blanking out at this point. But yeah, the sunfish to balance it out. So then you have the even turn trigger, the odd turn trigger. And it's really funny that I'm committing to links in this run at this point. It's like, it's actually hilarious. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the badger, I'll get a lynx. So you can totally see my thought process here is, yeah, big badger is just like annihilate the enemy team. And those pteranodons show up. Oh my gosh. I think I consider the amalgamation. But I'm like, nah, I'm too deep. I'm too deep in this team. It's really funny because I knew this was the main run based on the ending team, but I didn't know how I got there. And thinking about how I play in this pack most of the time, it's actually very rare that I do shop scale in this pack. I think the only way I would shop scale aggressively is if I had a level 3 hatching chick. And typically I don't when I get a mantis going. I'd say it's more likely I at least get a mantis going, if anything, to just consistently like faint beta fishes onto a badger. And then I might just sell the mantis eventually, or transform it. But yeah, now you see I go off the lionesses on turn 14, 8 trophies with the shop scaled halfway. Decide to take level 2 alpaca. It's kind of interesting. But that way we can get an immediate level 2 sunfish. So that's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. And the lynx is there, and yeah, you would take that typically if you were going for like the meta lynx squad. There's another badger. Considering it. But that's not why we're here, right? It's funny when you get a shop scaled team, right? It's kind of like the world is your oyster. So at what point, like, you kind of see some of these or some of these pets showing up in the shop. I mean, there's Ammonite there. It's like, what would you do? It's kind of a tough decision, especially in a pack that has a lot of pets that I like, but it doesn't have the most pets with abilities, right? You see a lot of support pets. There's another alpaca, and there's 2 chocolates. So truly, the world is our oyster. We can do anything we want with this team. We just got to draw that last battle, is that right? That's a very surprising draw. And we decide to level up a badger. And there are a ton of tier 6s in the shop. Very surprised I don't take the alpaca. Finally, there's a werewolf. Oh, it's funny. The badger we just bought. Ah, the hatching chick. Hatching chick's gone. We don't need you. Because honestly, we don't even need the level 2 werewolf. It's such overkill. So probably should have kept the hatching chick to level the sunfish there. It's kind of an interesting move. And it's purely because I still didn't really know what direction I wanted the team in. And look at this. It's like an unscaled turtle pack team. I mean, you're playing in a wild custom packs with that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. We're going to see in the bonus clips, that is a one-off running into a team like that. I mean, it's very shocking seeing that. And there we go. It's everything we want. So what do we get here? We're going to sell our badger finally. It's our biggest unit, and it has the only piece of equipment on the team. We're going to go for another. And yeah, it's an even turn. So a 29-29 werewolf, level 1, is getting to 50-50. That's all we need. And if we happen to lose or draw, we get another shot. And more importantly, we get another shot with all the sunfish, which is why we're here. And by the way, we're going to see a lot of these battles in bonus clips. I know it took a long time to get here. I kind of just more so wanted to introduce the pack. And like I said, it's kind of going to be the only shop scale version of this this pack that I hopefully show. And there's the level 3 leopard tiger. That's a preview for some of the bonus clips. That's more like it. It's more like what you expect in wild customs, and normal customs for that matter. That's kind of the state of normal customs. As soon as I came to wild packs, I was like, wow, this is a breath of fresh air. You only run into those broken teams like half the time, it seems like. And greed for a chocolate, we get all level 2 29-28 sunfish. So do they do, is level 1 8 damage or 6 damage? Let's see. Is it doing 16 damage 3 times? What do we got? Oh, it showed. Oh, we got eggplanted. Boo-hoo. That is some absolutely insane damage. It's kind of hard to process, and it's a pretty easy cleanup. So it feels good. Feels really, really good. Let's hop straight into the bonus and see more of these really fun battles. I was tempted to put a lot of these battles in the bonus clips, but Yeah, so you see here, turn 12, I'm going to kind of show some of the like pivoting in. So we had a single werewolf turn 12. Now it's an odd turn. We have a 1.5 sunfish. The werewolf's just chilling in the back. Yeah, turn 13, that team is scary that we faced. So turn 14, sunfish is level 2 in the back. Now we have 2 werewolves that are basically 50-50 on the even turns. They absolutely carry. While they're carrying, we are leveling up our sunfish. Now we have 3 sunfish. Yay! And it's just glorious. And look at this, we need one more win. So we get the triple werewolf instead and set our sunfish up for if we draw. And it's the level 3 leopard tiger. Nothing you can do about it. Quite unfortunate, but what are you going to do? So what else we got here? Yep, level 2, level 3 sunfish. Completely broken. Alright, heading to the next one. We have 3 sunfish again with the clownfish. But it's the even turn now, right? So it's all like we gotta survive the even turns. Luckily we do. So now, you know, 9 trophies, 1 heart remaining. You have this team set up. We've basically invested it in a clownfish all game. I think you can tell the level 3 4250 sunfish in the front. It was a praying mantis that we've been scaling all game. We got lucky with the transformations. I'm surprised I didn't show that earlier. I might go back and insert that clip earlier. So when you get to this point, it's kind of a tough decision, but all this stuff's sitting here. So I decided, you know what? We can basically level up all these sunfish. But in order to do that, we're going to have to make some sacrifices. So it's kind of a funny thing to do smallest unit in the front. But this level 3 has so many stats, I figure, yeah, we should probably just do this. And this is about to be an insane amount of damage. I'm kind of excited to see. Let's see here. I'm thinking about it so much. So it's going to do 32 damage to everything. Yep, mana rays left at 8. And it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, but that's what happens. It's wild packs. What are you going to do? It's turn 15, by the way. There's the mantis. It's an even turn. We have double werewolf. It's not even close. Not even close when you get these teams set up like this. It honestly feels unfair using a mantis to carry these teams as well. The mantis should eventually get hit with a nerf. I'm waiting for it. But yeah, the odd turns, it can get kind of rough. Run into Turkey Parrot turn 13 like that. They got the levels on them. So it looks like we are ready to transform. We get a cow. Get a cow. There's a cow sitting here in the shop. There's a cat sitting here in the shop. These are all great things. But if you see, our level 1 is at 2019. Our level 2s are decently. I guess our back level 2 is base stat still. So yeah, level 1 only needs to be at like 25-25. A level 2 only needs to be at 17-17 to get at 50-50, I believe. Something like that. If it's at 17-17, that's 51. I think. Sometimes it's hard to do maths on the spot, even simple multiplication. All right, yeah, that's a pretty basic cleanup there. So yeah, just wanted to show some transformations, and then we hit an oyster, and it's like, okay, well yeah, small chance we would have hit anything we wanted. And then we hit a cat, and it's like, okay, well I guess we can scale the sunfish. I don't really know, but yeah, I'm just rolling past food there, because at this point I'm like, yeah, we don't really need it, so it's funny. The runs get to the point where you can kind of just do what you want and try to figure something out. But then you might get got. Or do you? Thought I was going to get got by that team. It's a scary, scary team. So yeah, the other turns aren't too exciting in this run, but just showing it through its entirety. Get the palm tree to help us along the way. And the stats are just so overwhelming. So that win felt good, and now let's get to the final bonus clip. Final bonus clip, I just wanted to show just a fun werewolf sunfish on like a normal team in this pack. So it's just a single sunfish werewolf with like 3 other pets. I just thought it's fun as we ride off into the sunset here. So yeah, gonna be playing a song here from somebody avid fan of the channel. Zafirna, shout out. Song name is The Journey. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
Lost in a bottle, drowning my fears. Every sip whispers, secrets soaked in tears. Memories linger like smoke in the air, searching in the depths of despair. Oh, this pain, it grips me tight. An endless fight with the dark and light. Raise a glass to the scars we wear. Pour another round for the moments we share. I will be free. Each step I take, the weight starts to lift, finding my chance for a gift. In the heart of the struggle I find my song, every note a reminder that I still belong. So here's to the journeys, the battles we fight, embracing the struggle, igniting the light. With each drop that spills, I'll keep moving on, turning my pain into a hopeful song. Oh, this pain, it grips me tight, an endless fight with the dark and light. Raise a glass to the scars we wear, pour another round for the moments we share. Stirring the echoes of laughter and tears, chasing the shadows that cradle my fears. Each heartbeat's a rhythm, a path to explore. I'm learning to dance, to open new doors. With courage in my heart, I'm ready to soar. A journey through fire, I've opened the door. Standing tall, unbroken, I'll carry the flame. In the ashes of yesterday, I'm rising again.